Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Hey guys, I'm just waiting for a few more folks to jump on. We'll go over some real basic stuff here and all that. And so maybe you'll get a little bit of useful information, and I'm going to test out my camera and my microphone at the same time. So we're going to multitask this afternoon. Like I said, just waiting for a few more people to get the notification that we are live, and then we'll go ahead and get this show on the road here. All right, we've got some folks starting to jump on now, so we'll go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA, and we are live at Interstate Regional Stockyards in Cuba, Missouri. It's that time again. Third Wednesday of the month means our monthly horse sale. Everything starts at 6 o'clock tonight. For those of you out of the area, please remember we are on Central Standard Time. Those saddles that you see in the ring right now, we will start with those promptly at 6 o'clock. Those are not available for online bidding. Those are in person only. And then as soon as we're done those saddles, we'll move into the catalog. I would say catalog horses, but we do have a double registered Highland bull selling tonight. He's going to start the sale. I don't think any other specialty cattle have come in, but if they do, sometimes we have a couple head of roping steers and whatnot that'll come in. Anything like that will sell right before the horses, and then we will move into the horses. Horses will sell in catalog order, starting with hip number 1. We've got right around 216 or so called ahead early consignment horses, and then about another 100 after the catalog. So just over 300 head tonight. Lots to look at. We've got them from little tiny minis all the way up to Percherons and Belgians, and everything in between. So I thought, like I said, I would jump on one to show you guys the view that you'll have tonight. This is what you'll be looking at, the ring where the horses are going to come in. And then 2, I'm going to switch this view in a minute to my computer screen. And I just want to walk through navigating the online catalog and bidding, because I know sometimes there's some questions about that. We've got some new bidders this time around. And I just kind of, sometimes seeing is way easier than trying to read through and understand. So let me just change the view that you guys are getting. Let's see. There we go. So now we're going to talk about how to navigate that catalog and the online bidding. So 2 ways to participate in online bidding tonight. The first is with our app. If you have a smartphone, you can use our app, and I do recommend the app. It looks nice on mobile devices. It's formatted so that it views really easily for you. It's super, super user friendly. And most of my customers who have the app really like it. It is available free to download on the Google Play and the App Stores. You're just going to search Horse Auctions with an S, USA. It'll pop right up with our little logo. Go ahead and download it, and you're good to go. If you prefer to use your browser, you can use any browser your little heart desires. I like to use Chrome. It's just the most up-to-date, but it'll work with any browser. So whether you're on the app or you're on the browser, what we're going to talk about is going to work exactly the same. So if you're using a browser, the link is on the Interstate Regional Stockyards Facebook page, or you're just going to open up your browser and type bid.horseauctionsusa.com. And that's going to bring you to here. So the first thing you're going to see, obviously, is that we've got a whole bunch of sales lined up because we do them all over the place. But here's where we're at today, Interstate Regional Stockyards. So you're going to click View Auction beneath Interstate Regional Stockyards. And that is going to bring you to our digital online catalog. So any of the consigned ahead animals are listed here. And you'll see like these lots that have to be announced. Those animals are here. The folks just didn't send us information ahead of time, so we're going to tell you about those when they come in the ring. But you'll see a lot of these animals do have footnotes, photos, videos, etc. I'm just looking for one that I know has a video. So like I know Dolly has a video. So let's say you want to know a little bit more about Dolly. You're just going to click on her listing, and that first picture you see is their first photo. The footnotes are over here on the right-hand side. And then if they have a video, it's going to tell you up here, hey, there's a video, and it'll be the second thumbnail. So if you click that second thumbnail, it's going to bring the video. Okay. and then you can just go back. Let's say you're looking for something really specific. You don't want to scroll through the whole catalog. You can do that. We have a search. So if you are on the computer, you can use this bar up here, search and active. And if you're on the app, you see down here on the computer, you can see it down here, you'll see this little search glass. So either way, you're going to type in, and let's say I only want an Appaloosa. If I type that in, it's going to bring up anything that says Appaloosa tonight, like this Colt. Okay. And just clear it. You know, if I want buckskin, same thing. It's going to pull up anything that says buckskin. So that's how to use the search feature. I didn't realize a lot of people were unaware that that was there. So that is there. Use it at will. Really handy. So let's say you do want to go ahead, get registered to bid and all that good stuff tonight. We'll just kind of go through how that works real quick. You'll see under every single lot here, it says register to bid. You can click under any lot. Makes no difference which one it is. If you register under one animal in the sale, you're good for the whole sale. I'm going to go ahead and click it right here, and it brings you to this screen. Now, if you've never used Horse Auctions USA before, you're not going to put in your email and your password here because you're not a registered user. You're going to scroll down to the bottom where it says no account, sign up here, and you're going to click that and put all your information in, continue, and it's going to walk you right through. Now, I do have an account here, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. I strongly recommend you select Remember Me on this device. I'm going to tell you why in just a minute, but I mean, it's up to you. I know some people don't like to save their passwords. For this, I do recommend you do, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in, and I'm already registered. So there I am. Now, the reason I tell you to stay signed in, you see how it says my name up here? It's a really good habit if you're using the app or the website to get into that. Every time you go here, the first thing you do is make sure your name is up here. And the reason I say that is I've had people in the past be registered to bid. There was one specific horse they wanted to bid on. They're watching live. The horse comes in and they go to bid and they can't because they didn't log in. And I mean, it's an auction. We go fast. So then they end up missing out. And I don't want that to happen to anyone. So just a good habit to get into. As soon as you get on the app, as soon as you get on the website, make sure that you're logged in. Your name is here. If you're registered, you'll see all your little register to bid prompts have changed to bid. So you guys can see you have the option to bid right now. That is early absentee pre-bidding. So that's available to people who aren't going to be able to participate live tonight. So for example, I mean, it's going to be a late night. It always is here. You have to get up really early to work in the morning. The horse you want that you're really interested in is going to sell later tonight. Maybe you live in the country and you have a poor internet signal. We have a really good signal here at this barn. We're very lucky for that. So there is no delay on our end. But if you are in an area with poor internet signal or poor cellular signal, if you're on your phone, there could be a delay on your end, and that could cost you during an auction because, again, it's a pretty rapid pace. So, you know, if you live in rural America and you've got poor internet, as a lot of us do, then you may want to think about this too. And the other time that I recommend using this is if you are a person that has difficulty making big decisions under pressure. Sometimes an auction is just overwhelming. Like you think you're good to go and you're ready, and then we get live and the auctioneer's going really fast and it's a little overwhelming. And you know yourself better than anyone. So if that sounds like you, then maybe this is something you want to think about, because you can kind of shop your horse, think about what the most you would want to spend on that horse is, and then use that number. Some key points I want to go over about using this option. The first is if you place a bid ahead of time on a horse and that horse comes in and something is visible to me, or something is announced that changes the information you had available. For example, the horse comes in and they say, by the way, he's a cribber. Or the horse comes in and they had a fender bender on the way here and that horse got banged up on the trailer. I'm going to tell the computer to ignore your bid. And I'm doing that for your protection. We don't want you to get an unwelcome surprise. You bid with a certain set of information available to you ahead of time, and it's not fair to change that, you know, after you've already bid. So just be aware that we do that. So like I said, as you can see, it says bid 1,000, and that's the minimum starting bid on all the horses. It's a default. Now, when we're live tonight, if we've got some, like I call little donkeys or little minis that maybe, you know, don't bring 1,000, that number is going to change when they come in the ring. But for the sake of keeping things simple, everything has a default start bid of 1,000 ahead of time. So you can bid if you just kind of want to do live action. You can bid. So you're going to click once to bid, and you see how it says confirm bid. I haven't bid yet. You have to click twice. You need to tell the computer, yeah, I did mean to do that. So I'm going to confirm again. There. See how it says I'm the high bidder? Perfect. But if I want to place my maximum bid, Over here to the right of the bid button is a little drop down arrow. And if you click that, it's going to tell you create a max bid. So in this scenario, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch in $2,000. The most I want to spend on this practice lot. And I'm going to place my max bid. See how the computer didn't move my bid from 1,000 because I was already the high bidder? The computer's not going to automatically jump you to your maximum, okay? The computer's going to work as your agent. So its job is to keep you in the lead for the lowest possible amount. So this number is not going to move if one of you come along and you place a bid. This is the practice lot here, so you guys can use this lot 0. Use it at will. Have fun. Go all out. You can place all the bids you want on this lot because it doesn't count. So if one of you comes along and you bid 1,500, the computer is going to accept your bid, and then it's going to say, but wait a minute, I have a maximum bid that's higher than that, and it's going to put me back in, and so on until I get outbid. And then if I get outbid, if one of you comes along and bids 2,100 and knocks me out, I'm going to get a notification. If I'm on the app, I'm going to get a notification right to my phone, which is really nice. If I don't have the app, it's going to send it to my email. So if you're not using the app, make sure you keep an eye on your email. All right. You can star your lots to keep an eye on things. Like you want reminders. I want a reminder when it starts. I want a reminder. The computer is going to guesstimate about when things start based on how many lots there are in the start time. So these are very approximate. But so you can star any of those any lots that you're interested in to kind of keep up with what's going on. So that's a little bit about how all of that works. So tonight, when they're wrapping up those saddles, I'll get on here, guys, and I'll open this lot that we're playing with here, this practice lot. I'll open it up live. So for those of you who are new, if you want to kind of play some live bids without them counting, we'll do that right before the horses start. So be watching about 6:10, 6:15, somewhere in that vicinity. Be logged in and ready, and we'll go ahead and make this lot right here live so you can kind of play around. So I think that's all the basics. If you're a winning bidder tonight, you do need to call the Interstate Regional Stockyard office when you're all done bidding for the night. And it does need to be tonight. If you don't call them, the girls are going to call you, and it'll probably be about 3 a.m. when they do that, and nobody wants that phone call then. So do give the office a call when you're done bidding. They just want to know, when you're picking up and all that good stuff. One more important thing I forgot to mention, and I do want to go over because it's a question I get every sale, is when you register, you do have to put a credit or a debit card in. It's unfortunate, but it is a necessary step. We need to know that you are an adult over the age of 18 with a valid payment method. And sadly, that's all I can do. So when you put that card in, it is going to place a $500 pre-authorization on the card. This is absolutely not a charge, okay? And I get several calls, every sale from people. If you have mobile banking, there's a very good chance you're going to get a notice from your bank saying, hey, there's a $500 charge on here. It's not a charge. If you go in there, you're going to see it's pending, and it's going to fall off like it was never there. Your banking app just doesn't differentiate. So don't call me in a panic. If you see a $500, pending charge, it's going to go away. It's going to go away at the conclusion of the sale. You do not have to pay for your purchases with that card. You are welcome to pay cash or check at pickup. All that good stuff. The girls in the office will go over that with you. You can register to bid at any time, including while we're live tonight. But I do recommend that you register prior to the start of the auction, which again is just after 6 o'clock Central Time. The reason I say that is, should you run into any kind of difficulty, I can answer my phone and I can walk you through. Once we start the auction tonight, I'm going to be up here. You guys are going to hear me yammering on about these horses all night long. I cannot answer my phone. So I can try to text you and I can try to help you by text, but that's not very useful a lot of times. So I do recommend you try to register before the start of the sale. Again, my name is Bridget. My cell is 336-904-8903. It's all over the online catalog. Like I said, here in this practice lot, there's a lot of good information here. So you should definitely scroll through that. It's all over Facebook, all that good stuff. So that's the scoop, guys. We'll be back live this afternoon, and look forward to seeing everybody online. We'll be back in a little bit.